All right, folks. Time to get going. Let us outer worlds it up.
Went with the normal difficulty, huh? That'd be my pick for a first playthrough. Nice to see someone with some sense around here for once.
All right, let's get an audio check. All right, let's get an audio check.
Spacers Ale, try Auntie's Choice Pep Pills. Good for what ails you.
All right. Let's see about finding some ammo. I need to look at my guns and see what they use. Short rounds. Short rounds. Alright, now then, we need to we'll fast travel up to Sovereignism. Now, this is the problem with streaming between both of these. It's like Twitch is working fine, but YouTube is pissed about my bitrate. Okay. So just put me back where I was, I guess. Okay, what happened here? So those were clearly landmines.
Executive skill building continues. Well, at least for me. Can't speak for my inept colleagues. Today's task, leverage teamwork and leadership to navigate a risky landscape blindfolded.
Which you apparently interpreted as just shout at everyone.
It's called delegating. At least I participated, Cobb.
I told you, I got a bad scrumpox flare-up.
Of course, I served as leader of this activity. A thankless job. Cohorts tripping all over. Sprains, blunt force trauma. Not my fault these tanglefoots can't follow directions.
Stillwell and Lumberg blew up.
Duly noted for the log. Quite the oversight from management to set this exercise in an uncharted minefield. Someone will catch hell when I'm an important VP. Soon enough.
I had my... Now, why is that a thing? I chose to bring... I had them with me yesterday. I certainly chose to have them in the party. Why is it a thing I have to deal with, like, every time I load? Although, now that I think about it, I got into all that combat yesterday, and they weren't with me. Maybe, I mean, Let's see if I can find another point that I can fast travel to, and then we'll... I need to see about adding them because I don't have the firepower to deal with that on my own.
Commander, there is a 98.7% chance ammunition can...
Well, we're here. Let's have a look around the ship. Oh, really, Val? Where'd she go? I blind? I feel like I'm being blind. No, there she is.
Injuries detected. Please. How may this unit assist you, Commander? Approximately 1 month ago, Agent Ibarra asked that this unit store the keycard in an undisclosed location to assist him in drying out.
Aha.
Offers of applying moisturizer were declined. The keycard is located behind the skip drive in the engine room. Please do not inform Agent Ibarra of its location as per.
All right. Now, how do I select my party? Okay. I did that yesterday. I don't really care what the lore bit says as long as I can, as long as it acknowledges my character's brain for conversation. Because I'm just not a big lore guy.
That reversal sounded glib. That ain't a good sign.
Correction. The sign seems to be functioning nominally.
I'll say the same for the trooper.
All right. Yeah, I like that, the bonuses. Obsidian likes to toss that into their games. It's a very Fallout. Okay. It is nice to be rewarded for stealing everything that's not nailed down.
Watch where you're pointing that shooter of yours. You've been pitching a little unevenly.
Since the fastball incident of 97, automechs are not permitted to participate in tossball games, leagues, or tournaments.
I mean, your aim's been off.
Oh, what's this? Non-protectorate personnel just sauntering up onto my porch, free as they please. Admit I'm accustomed to a higher standard of precaution. State your purpose, outsider, or exit yon way you came. Well, that all sounds rather exciting, like something out of an Aetherwave serial, which I've watched only for official research purposes, of course. Most in the Protectorate don't know what the Earth Directorate is, you know. Suspect you've received a few blank stares if you've mentioned it afore. Anyhow, you travel freely. I'll forgo appealing to your sense of duty, as those outside the Protectorate lack such motivating principles. I presume you accept payment for services? Expect it's as dangerous a job as you make it. One as well-traveled as you appear might even accomplish it during the course of other adventures.
I like that kind of quest.
Rewards are plentiful and handsome. Rare items, ingredients, cosmetics. Many such baubles fall into my hands. Most useless to my research.
Okay.
During recent troubles, unsavory elements removed certain items from my old office. Among them, a series which took considerable time to assemble. A form of manipulatory ideation disguised as popular entertainment, intended to sway the audience to their point of view, couched within just a crackingly exciting narrative. Tell me, are you familiar with Science Adventures Quarterly? Featuring Commander Zane and Buddy and other sensationalistic space stories. Sources placed them briefly in the hands of sub-Rosa black marketeers. Yet who sold the materials
Zane
to
and
them,
Buddy are from
or
that
where
intro
they
movie.
went afterward remains a mystery. The line represented a growth of the medium, from the less sophisticated, two-bit dreadful, both in style and effectiveness. Its remarkable popularity not only mirrored a rise in public sentiment against greedy corporations and tyrannical governments across colonies. The brief window surrounding the volume's release saw a marked increase in skip drone requests for Earth Directorate aid. I believe there remains much to learn from them.
Sorry, I was looking at something else.
Ah, quite right. In fact, delightful.
Oh, really?
Once you have one of the 10 periodicals in hand, I will trade you for rarities and bits. A safety, amity, and ease. Greetings. Something new to report? Stay true, outsider.
All right. Got to the second planet last night? Nice. Yeah, I saw you get a Steam Chivo for shooting grenades out of the air.
Seems nowhere on Paradise Island's going untouched by this war.
Triggerfinger's still tired. Sorry.
Emergency. Just primed.
Hey, got a distraction for you.
Oh, he can taunt. I don't know, I thought the roof was kind of apt. Let me know exactly how horrible it was. Alright, so where do I see companions? Alright, so where do I see their levels? You've got new perk points available. Valerie can heal. No, so it's all enemies in an area random at your first 3 shots. Okay. Okay. So he's on C and she's on V.
I'll take fighting raps over living in a surveillance state any day of the week.
All right. That wasn't too bad. The fuck is going on in there?
Ain't as tough as you thought. Hey you! Get over here before you get yourself killed.
Who are you? I like you.
No, you ain't got what I need. And you can't come stumbling around here looking like prey. These raps ain't had a bite to eat since their pods dropped from the look of it. And a desperate rapt is a dangerous rapt. Mind yourself now. I don't know my life story to someone I ain't even properly acquainted with. What is it you're doing round here? Yeah? Well, I'm Trooper Silong. Inez, former combat medic, Enhanced Soldier Division. Now just a menial troubleshooter who looks to have gotten her job swept out from under her. They're always counting me out. Every single one of them. And now, they ain't even letting me finish the jobs they send me on. Kinda making it hard to prove myself here. And this rep didn't even have anything that could help my graft. This whole thing's a wash. Sick of it.
You have a full name and a backstory. You're a companion.
Well, the only people who believe that are in this room right now, including that dead rapt, I reckon. I'm considered a liability. My graph's all wrong. Most everyone else who got one passed or became permanently incapacitated. So they shuttered the program. It was a total failure. Everyone in Fairfield reckons my time will come soon too. But I'm still mostly upright. For now. I just know I can do more for Auntie and for the war. It's just this damn contract. Unless I can amend it so I might fix my graft, proving myself ain't happening anytime soon. Weren't many of us grafted soldiers to begin with. To think I'm one of the lucky ones.
Hold on, guys. Sorry, guys.
No. Enhanced Soldier Division was the fancy public-facing name for the grafting program. And when I say it was shuttered, I mean completely fucking demolished. Bet they'd erase it from the financial records if they could. It was that much of an embarrassment. In the wake of such a failure, it's left us grafted folks with no support. I only been able to treat my own ailments thanks to Doc Tinsley in Fairfield. She worked for the program for a time. She's a good one. She's bound by contract to work on whatever task Fairfield's illustrious leader set her to, nothing else. But she also ain't quite got the hang of the employment thing. You looked at the fine print of an employment contract lately? It says any action taken by a worker that could result in impeded work must be approved by the contract holder. Not only would trying to fix my graft impede my work, but it's also financially unviable, unproven, a risky investment. So I'm stuck with a limb that's slowly poisoning me. Could pursue fixing it myself were I out of my contract, but if I attempted to end it, I'd have to waive all employment rights for the next year. That's a non-starter.
Damn you, capitalism!
That right. Suppose if you've been in my position and managed to do well for yourself, could be an option worth keeping on the table, if all else fails. Get the feeling you will. Anyhow, think I'll return to Fairfield to have a little chat with Milver Street. Good luck in there. Mind the raps.
I like her.
Or did Inez remind you of Helen? Tough like her. Shame she's with Andy's choice.
I like her. If she turns out to be a companion, one of you two is out of a job. Well, holy shit. Oh, I need to start using that. Sneaky, sneaky, stabby bot. What's that main gun? This is from the premium edition, but I've got a couple. I'm not looking to use guns a lot in my playthrough, so I haven't settled on one yet as my backup. But what is that? Service pistol, a repeater rifle, a shock machine gun, and another. I've got two of these things actually, so I can scrap one. Gains experience gets stronger the more you use it. Where'd you find that? I want that. Absolutely, I really want to know. Cool. That locked case on the ship that requires a lockpick of 11? Yes.
Sequencing attack strategies.
Take your time, Commander.
Entering a computational state.
Oh, well, don't tell me how to open it. Because I'm pretty sure I could probably figure it out. Plus, I'll never be able to lockpick hardly anything, because me dumb. I do not like this gun. Is that everything in there?
He's closer to Vries. Vries. Anyway. Need something, Commander?
Okay, hold on. What was that?
No one fit anyway. Need something, Commander? Sure. Always happy to tool around for you.
He's a walking workbench? Yes, Mystic, I'm talking to Greeny. He's on Twitch chat. Oh, that just made this decision to potentially get rid of him for good harder. Damn, they made a mess out of everything. How very dystopian. Fucking black powder that looks like it's Civil War black powder bags. Jesus. These poor people.
Tetra sure wouldn't want this in the wrong hands. So it's probably exactly what Milford Street's after. That poster is very Wolfenstein. Oh. I could see that, Mystic.
right, let's teleport right on back to Fairfield.
Why choose just any choice when you can choose Auntie's choice? Remember, Auntie knows best.
Hell, I've stood this post so many times I could do it in my sleep.
You ever find yourself with too much disposable income? I got plenty of ideas on how to dispose of it.
I'm sure you do, bud.
Auntie's choice is the proud maker of Spacer's charms.
I don't much appreciate you.
Watch out for that Auntie Cleo. I know she don't look it, but she's more dangerous than she seems. Even the whole of Spacer's choice couldn't outmaneuver her.
Niles, shut up.
Calm down. You know well would not have been necessary had you completed your task in a timely manner.
I'll calm down when you stop bringing your little excuses. How about that?
My, such aggression. You scarcely need add hostility to your list of inadequacies, Trooper Sealong, no mind. The individuality encouraged by Auntie's choice sometimes inspires employees to speak out of turn. How has your progress been? Have you acquired what we discussed? Excellent! Pleased that someone in my employ can be relied upon. Here, have one of my finest suits as a token of thanks. May it aid in your capture of hearts and minds.
Again, you gave away my job and told my replacement to send me home. That don't make me wayward, and it sure as shit don't make me unreliable. If this contract weren't staying my hand, I reckon you'd be answering to it right about now.
A notion equally brutish and antiquated. Auntie's choice has dozens of insurance policies in place for any, proactive choices on an employee's part.
Keep pushing me. We'll see how you fare without a lackey to order around. You think I ain't ready to take such a step, huh?
Please pay this disgruntled employee no mind. What would she do without Auntie's hand to guide her if she were unemployed? I should think death a preferable alternative.
That's it. I'd rather be a down and outer for the rest of my life than crushed under your counterfeit leather boa boot a second longer. I quit!
What? I have done nothing to deserve such barbaric treatment. This is unheard of, and I might add, you'll not be welcome with an Auntie's choice once more. We'll not take a contract shirker back into our fold.
Oh, boo-hoo.
So you say, but Auntie's choice ain't seen a trooper like me before. You'll regret counting me out. Till then, I hope you choke on your mock apple martinis. And you, I got a proposition for you. Come find me when you're done with this clown.
She will most assuredly regret her decision, most assuredly. Now, if you're quite finished urging others to assault my headwear, let's move on. The acquisition of this information is but the first part of my plan to bring our foes into the fold and to ensure my future. The second is my operation in Westport. Westport is a shell of the bustling town it was prior to the invasion, though a handful of Protectorate yaysayers still cling to it. My plan requires their conversion. Verily, on to business. I've a kit of supplies to aid you, items to cajole or to dissuade. Sabotage the town or sway the citizenry, the choice is yours. Should pose no trouble for a go-getter like you. Perhaps. The kit contains a wide variety of tools, propaganda, equipment, and more than a few confectionaries.
Ooh,
Some
candy.
items may serve as honey, swaying the yaysayers to our side. Others are blunt implements, crippling infrastructure to force the refugees toward Fairfield. Slather on a bit of elbow grease and you'll certainly succeed. I'm sure there are kindred spirits in Westport. No one wholly resists Auntie. Excellent. Here's the kit. Advertisement tapes, ambidextrine, assorted stimulants, free samples of Purple Berry Crunch, everything you need to
Purple Berry
wage
Crunch.
war on the underside.
That sounds delicious.
With that, I shall mark the locale. Begin with the vigilant Hogarth. Motivate him to depart, and his subjects will trot in file behind him, woolly cow-like. Now, I'm sure you've asked yourself, for a task so involved, shall the reward be worthwhile? Well, wonder no longer. For the completion of this deed, I'm prepared to offer you an exact replica of my one-of-a-kind, limited production, gentle person's Oxonian. Then consider yourself officially deputized in the war to further innovation and the free market.
Woohoo! Capitalism!
Be forewarned. I can only guess at the needs of the denizens of Westport. You must engage with them, gauge their situation. Only then can you motivate them adequately.
Yes.
All done in there? Hope that little dust up back there didn't put you off. My contract had me caged, and I was glad to get a few licks in during the jailbreak. Got a proposition. Since I'm newly free-ranged, and you're free-ranged yourself, thinking we ought to team up. You're going places. I want to go too. If you help me fix my graft, you'll retain the services of a fully functioning enhanced soldier. Me. Don't matter what you set your mind to.
There is.
Together, we'll be unstoppable.
There's actually
And
a
in
couple of
time,
them.
Maybe I'll have earned myself the clout to be welcomed back in Auntie's choice. Had a feeling you knew a good offer when you seen it. Once I'm in top form, you'll be pleasantly surprised to see what I'm capable of. Just gotta find out how to get there first. Doc Tinsley worked with Grafts for some time before she came to Fairfield. Damn fine scientist. Reckon we should visit her lab at the edge of town to see if she's got ideas for us.
This much of a crowd's not likely to keep a low profile. Someone ought to head back to mind the ship. I didn't mean me, but all right. I see where your head's at. Keep safe out there.
After you.
If you go to settings and gameplay, you can show your player helmet on and off, and you can show companion helmets always default. So let's look at companions real quick. So Inez. She doesn't have the companion ability to start with.
Pulverizing them suffice? No, I couldn't liquefy them. Apply heat and congeal them into kibble no beast could resist. Oh, Ethel, darling, you're a genius. Approach with less haste next time, won't you? Copernicus may be tame, but he still doesn't take kindly to being startled. Oh, Inez, you look, well, like you could use an ice bath and a cup of newly formulated trip teas. Has something happened?
Something has, all right. I ended my contract effective immediately. Now I'm free to prove myself to everyone in Auntie's choice. My way.
Well, that's wonderful news. Or is it? I admit I'm still trying to work through what contracts mean hereabouts. But you do appear to be pleased, so I shall be pleased for you. That is not common knowledge in this town. But since Inez appears to trust you, I suppose I can do the same. Before I began my new illustrious career working with our tame, scaly friends here, I was a researcher in the Enhanced Soldier Division.
Oh, were you?
I was on the verge of breakthrough when they shut us down. Oh, when I think of the lives I could have reached. But in my current role, I do try to help where I can.
Where my own first aid training can't reach, Doc's got me covered. The graft knocked me on my ass for weeks when I first got it. But she nursed me back to health.
Would if I could have done more.
Despite your insinuation, there are plenty of good folk around here. But perhaps not many with Doc's particular skill set.
I understand your reservation, but I do care deeply for all my patients. Inez has attested to it. And so can Copernicus here, when he is freshly fed. Where was I? Right. I have a lead, Inez. I've identified 2 viable beasts on this island that you may be compatible with. Though it may not be easy to acquire the suitable specimens. The first candidate is the skeleton crabble. It has a rare form of albinism and was last spotted on the western coast by Protectorate scientists, who, unfortunately, went missing. I happened upon an old report of theirs along with a code used to operate their machinery. If their fate is what I suspect, the code may be of use to you.
I heard rumors of the creature myself. Our skeleton sounds a good bit larger than the average crabble. Meaner and smarter, too. The name's metaphorical. This creature's real pale, bone-colored, but it's got muscles and innards.
I
like
love the
anything
dumb
else.
options.
The second candidate is a Raptidon matriarch, the only one of her kind on the island as I understand it. She was last spotted in the crags near the Vox Relay.
Deep in Protectorate territory. This matriarch sure ain't making it easy for us. She'll be more aggressive and more cunning than her smaller kin.
When you breach the matriarch's lair, you must rouse her from hibernation. I found pheromones to be quite effective. Inez, I'm certain you know a formula that may suffice.
Why can't we kill her in her sleep?
Excellent. It'll be a rather unpleasant wake-up call for the matriarch, so she'll be upon you in moments. I suggest your armaments be at the ready.
Why can't we just kill her in her
Then
sleep?
The crafting part is yours. Yes, though I would recommend a careful surgical removal of the specimens, please. Now, when you acquire one or both of these parts, return here straight away, and we can begin surgery. Law guide you both out there.
All right. Now then. Where was that lockbox? Bonk. That's how we get out. Ah, there it is. Knowing Obsidian, I can just fucking turn the power off to this somehow. Voila. All right. What I need to look at is crafting. Like, do I need... So, like, joint actuator. So my question is the stuff that's in the junk tab, these are just straight junk items. Like, I don't have to, I could sell them. Like, I don't have to worry about them. Okay, yeah, I see. All right. Well, like, what would this break down into? Ferrochromium. Okay. There. All right, there we go. All right, let's go see about this then. I kind of want to see what we can do for old Inez here. The quest to get the boots was fantastic. I really, really enjoyed that one, especially the way it started off. That was way more than I was expecting. Well, we ain't getting in there. Level 3, okay. Alright, we'll keep on rolling this way.
Cutshell here, with the only task I'm unwilling to delegate. Logging our progress in the Promotion Acceleration Program.
Who would you delegate it to? We're the only ones left.
For once, you make a point, Cobb. Today's exercise really narrowed the playing field.
And here goes the problems that I normally have when we're connected to Twitch. All right, sort yourself out. Nope, not going to sort yourself out, are you? It's just not worth it to stream to Twitch anymore. Maybe that has calmed down.
To analyze how the introduced Raptidon population adapted to the island. And I'll admit, I took a hands-off approach. Probably why I still have my hands. And face. A few cohorts misreckoned those sneaky rats. Among the Eaton, Wall Monitor Lindergaard, probably mispronouncing that. Vat Sanitizer Kavilstad, definitely mispronouncing that.
Pick up the pace, Cutshall. These raps can be anywhere, and we're both a mite ripe.
I'll finish when I'm good and finished. Oh, okay, I'm finished. Grab your gear and let's hoof it to the final skill-building activity, Cop. Quit your loafing.
All right. I think we're fully back. I really aggravated by that. Like, having to stop the entire stream to fiddle with things because Twitch can't keep a good fucking connection.
Looks like a fight.
What are these things? Fucking Pokemon? They're throwing fire at me.
See those burrows? The skeleton's nearby. And if it's as nearby as I think, it don't bode well for those scientists.
Hmm. Oh yeah, that looks bad.
Well, you hate to be proven right. These folk have been dead a while. And that must be the machinery Doc mentioned. Over here, Commander. Huh. Seems this terminal reroutes power to speakers around the cave. They were using sound to lure the Crabbles out. Let's see here. Generator's back on. Power up that phonotron, would you? Should cause enough ruckus to make the skeleton come out and play.
Oh, yay.
What am I supposed to do? Just stand around and look pretty?
Well, if the
Yes.
commander's keen to share, you can press the button too. Wouldn't want you feeling left out.
Appreciate a little help, Commander.
Hmm.
Help me. Back in business. Ain't making it easy for us. Watch yourself.
Okay.
Well, you hate to be proven right. These folk have been dead a while. And that must be the machinery Doc mentioned. Over here, Commander. Here, Commander. Huh. Seems this terminal reroutes power to speakers around the cave. They were using sound to lure the Crabbles out. Let's see here.
Let's
Generator's back
try
on.
this again.
Power up that phonotron, would you? Should cause enough ruckus to make the skeleton come out and play.
And what am I supposed to do? Just stand around and look pretty?
Well, if the commander's keen to share, you can press the button too. Wouldn't want you feeling left out.
Gloves cocked and loaded. Just get the signal.
All right, let's see about getting him up. This is already going a little better.
Knew you had my back.
Looking a little woozy there, Commander.
Not walking this off. Stand me back up. Nobody around.
Oh, I can't eat in combat.
Making it easy for us. Watch yourself.
Let me know when you need a distraction.
Over here! Free hold of the head! Combat!
Damn stuff. How's he still standing?
Alright, almost got him.
Not getting up without help, Commander.
There. That phonotron was effective. Now we just need the specimen. Mind the pincers. They can be a little feisty even after death. Nice work. Mind bringing it over here so I can take a gander?
We pulled a good harvest.
That was-
Tinsley's going to be pleased. But if we could hunt for the other beast before bringing this specimen back to her, I'd be much obliged.
Yeah.
Auntie's Choice and the Protectorate got a difference in opinion. The Protectorate got something that needs doing, Commander? How personal are we talking? Then I keep pushing forward till I can't anymore. You didn't see me when I first got out of surgery and came to Paradise Island. The fact that you and I met at all is a testament to Doc's skill. But suppose if her treatment doesn't stick, then maybe it's my time to go. You can only cheat death so many times. You know that as well as I do. I owe Doc more than I could say. She helped me without even asking for payment or a favor up front. I never would have thought folk like her existed out here. She reminds me of the folk I had back home in Tausetti. Generous despite everything. The thought gave me comfort when I first sat in her chair, barely able to walk without help. I'd rather not dwell on those moments, if it's all the same to you. What matters is the here and now.
What do you still want to talk about?
Big bowl of... Got something that needs doing, Commander? How personal are we talking? Couldn't say. I was in it all of 2 days before my graft started festering. Before that, I was an infantry medic. Our platoon was one of the first to touch down in Arcadia. I would have continued serving on the front line in an upgraded capacity, but, well, once the state of my graft became apparent, it was decided that parting ways would be best. My commanding officer, and the surgeon who performed the operation, I imagine. I wasn't lucid at the time. When I regained consciousness, I saw that my service pistol was gone, and a termination notice was in its place. I put 2 and 2 together. Law, that was a bad morning. Look, I knew dismissal was a possibility when I volunteered for the procedure. A successful graft is a boon, a failed one is a colossal liability. I'm a walking lesson in breakage. That's a nice sentiment. Did you pull it directly from a children's serial? Sorry. It's just increasingly clear you've not had many dealings with the corporation or its leaders. This is the way of things in Auntie's Choice. If you can't prove your worth, you're left behind. And that's why I'm here, trying to play catch-up. I miss my platoon. Most of the time. I hope they're holding on okay wherever they are. Huh. If nothing else, they'll have Ortiz to keep up morale. I know the non-stop jokes from that bastard sustained me for weeks. Yeah, he's tough. He'll be all right. Of course I do. Can't help but wonder if I'm missed in return. Anyhow, I would rather return to the matter at hand. No use dwelling on those out of sight and out of mind. Right. Like ain't the word I'd use, even before I was itching to tear up my contract and set it aflame. Auntie gave me autonomy, gave me the choice to do more than just struggle to survive. They treated me better than my last employers did, and despite recent events, I believe in their mission. We can get... What? Did you think I was born into it? How else do you grow a corporation to this size without doing outside recruiting? Take a look at what most systems offer, and what Auntie's Choice provides. Do the math. I'm just one of many who welcomed the chance to enlist with open arms. Of course, going from a life lived in squalor to one that rewards you on merit, it would send anyone's mind spinning. Now, do I got qualms with Auntie? Sure. But I'll tell you what. When she overthrew those Spacer's Choice bastards in Tausetti, my home system, that takeover was the best thing that ever happened to us, even if it took time to see it. but I reckon that's a tale for another day. That all you wanted to discuss, or... Fine by me?
Skills, I gave her the surgical strike thing.
Whether it's an orifice or a face, Auntie's choice makes a cream for it.
Sometimes I get the feeling we're not welcome here. Like the Protectorate folks resent us liberating them.
Holler when you're ready for me, Doc. I'll be over here.
I must ask.
Definitely not in excruciating pain.
I was hoping for a landing pad. I have a feeling this Raptidon is going to be a really big bitch of a fight. Wait, that was in the lower deck, right? Gotcha. All right. So how do I get more charges for my inhaler? Ah. Okay, that's not immediately clear.
inspectors. Traded one force rocket for a whole tin of prestige force glow. Straight up.
I must ask.
My liver ain't the lily kind. Tell it to me straight, Doc.
The bullet shattered your tibia and all but demolished your gastrocnemius muscle. Due to the risk of infection, I have to abscise your leg. There is good news, however. I recently enrolled in a course on advanced amputation techniques, so I'll be seeing a positive return on my investment sooner than expected. My stimulants cost a premium, but take enough and you'll see the architect. At least that's what I've heard.
All right, let's see about this other one.
Cut out for life in an anti-encampment. It's intense, but only 3 to attend, and we sleep in shifts.
All right. Interesting. On the road again. Uh-oh. Don't mind me, I'm just a dime about Pokemon in the tall grass.
Liquidate him!
Slow down. Schultz went where? Sakes alive. Give the order and I'll take care of him, Commander.
Yeah.
Hey, bud.
Might I have a word? Anyone got lamps on Schultz? Anyone? Flight be damned. Sallying into the wire like that with nary a wish in her pocket? What was she thinking? Did I not make clear our orders to hold the line here regardless of provocation? Should my instructions have been more robust? Perhaps assisted by pictures?
I'm afraid there's more bad news, Commander. She also took Scrabbles, sir.
Would that he'd done her more good. Seems Calamity has claimed 2 good soldiers today. You there. I don't normally sanction nameless passers-by giving ear to my private discourse. That right. Earth Directorate. Not many would claim such affiliation these days. None from Arcadia have the knowledge to lie about it. What's your business at the Vox? Sounds serious. Were it in my power to offer aid, you'd have it. Alas. Whatever your purpose, I feel a contractual obligation to warn you against setting a heel past this base. If you go any further, you go alone and at your own peril. No Anti's forces are permitted beyond the forward position upon pain of disemployment and possible litigation. Our orders are to sit and mind the store for as long as need be.
Those are some stupid-ass orders.
First Officer Schultz's decision to enter the minefield was not sanctioned, approved, or encouraged. Frankly, I have no idea why she defied orders. Schultz was a good soldier, admirable sense of duty, less than optimal eyesight. Her loss will be felt in this unit. If only she had recognized the merits of our post. By steadfastly holding the line here, we forestall any retribution the Protectorate would seek to inflict upon Fairfield. And we will continue said watch until orders change. I'd thank you to affix some ballast to that name when you speak it. Scrabbles has been integral to this unit's success for years. Outsiders may see him as a toy, but we've bled alongside that stuffed sprat.
Oh my God.
He's damn near family. Schultz obviously knew the risks and hoped he'd protect her through the minefield. Alas, even Scrabble's power has limits. Still would help morale to get him back, though. I'll pardon your skepticism given your lack of acquaintance, and say only this. Ask not what Scrabbles achieves for us, but what we can achieve with him. Before you depart, a final word. Stay out of the minefield. I won't be the one who answers to Carr when the Protectorate mistake your rootless gallivanting for encroachment.
Watch your vitals! Take a look at those corpses they've got strung up. Wait. Some aren't dead yet.
This is Protectorate territory, all right. Ain't looking to instigate anything, Commander. But if these bastards make any threat on my person, no promises.
Okay. Minefield, horrible. We're gonna need to get past this.
give it a try, Commander?
What? A boarding search.
All right.
What? Some pearless...
Looking a few quarts low, Commander.
Help me end this fight on my feet.
Ready to waste. On your command. Gotta fix me up first.
It wouldn't let me stealth kill that guy, and that just fucked the whole thing.
It's over there? What? A boarding search. Disconcerting. A boarding search. What was...
We're going to let that go for a minute.
Enough of this wandering...
Okay. That takes care of all these guys.
Why has this bridge been lowered? Anyone care to answer? No? Then we'll be breached. You, hold position on the bridge. You two, investigate the control room. Do not let the intruders leave.
I love how they just don't see my companions. Alright, we gotta find some people for the stabbings. It's the soda that drinks like a... Gross.
Ever feel that pull to jump when you're staring down from way up high?
No.
Yep.
And unless you grafted with a terror ray when I wasn't looking, maybe don't give in to that urge. Biomass grenade, shot grenade, food. Buy.
Okay, well, this has got us. Protectorate Sky Mine. No, thank you. Now, where is this going?
Not a bad shortcut at all. There's the station now.
I'm gonna go back to Fairfield because it keeps on saying Milver Street might have some info about the Vries.
Auntie's Choice is the proud maker of Spacer's Jaw, Zero G Brew, and
You know, I can't recall seeing any of these protectorate types ever run a scale.
Every time I think I'm having a bad day, I just tell myself, wait till tomorrow.
I cannot tell you how gratified I am to have a deputy on the ground. Marketing is war, my friend. War against the ungenerous, the unliberated, the unhappy. I've some faint recollections of the fuzz beneath my hat. Perhaps I saw such a name amidst my perusal of the Protectorate domicile assignment records. The record room is in this building. You have my permission to peruse at your leisure.
A form, your kid was killed letter. Nice. Let's just close that door. Yeah, I see that, Granny.
I know I've been pushing to find De Vries, so this might seem a bit of a left turn, but void it. I'm just gonna ask. Got an old friend here on the island, the doctor who patched me up after Horizon Point. Ex-Protectorate, a good man. Given what we heard of Westport's troubles from Milver Street, I'd appreciate checking in on him. Briefly, of course. Not sure he'd still consider me such, but that's part and parcel of the reason I want to see him. I had some bad years on my own. Now with you here being part of a team, this might sound a mite soppy, but I feel like I could be a proper agent again. That starts with writing accounts. This friend of mine, Zebulon Tran, I let him down. And I've been chewing on that live wire for a while. Too long, maybe. After I recovered from Horizon Point, Zeb and I ran together for a spell, doing what we could to help folks in difficult spots. Fighting Protectorate tyranny in small ways. Too small for Zeb, as it turned out. He was unhappy before I showed up, and after, well, all my directorate talk fired him up even more. I had my orders. I was to stay low. Couldn't let the Protectorate catch wind of an Earth Directorate agent in its midst. But Zeb, he kept pushing to take more extreme action. Resistance is a mite strong. Wasn't like he was part of some greater movement. He avoided speaking out of line, but he was already spinning up discontent by the time we met. We worked hard, but the Protectorate's arbiters and sentinels worked harder.
Okay.
Often than not, our help only made targets of the folks whose lives we were trying to improve. Didn't matter what we did. Arcadia was still caught under the Protectorate's boot. Guess some of what you said way back when stuck. All that talk about putting people first. Figured that's what I was doing. Putting a stop to all the pain I was causing. Anyway, things weren't good. Zeb and I couldn't find the rhythm we had before. We were arguing every day. Eventually, cutting ties just seemed for the best. Clean like. Only later I learned Zeb hadn't given up the struggle like I assumed he would. He got to stay in mental refreshment for his trouble. That's the last I heard of him, till recent. If the Protectorate suspects someone of having an independent thought, they subject them to some kind of chemical brainwashing. And these folks who get refreshed, they come out less themselves than before. More agreeable like. That's if their mind ain't destroyed altogether. I don't know how it affected Zeb, but it's high past time I found out. Much appreciated, Commander. Promise, I won't be making a habit of pulling skeletons out of my closet.
You better not.
Sports on the east side of the island. I tracked Zeb to somewhere on its outskirts, but never got up the nerve to visit before now. We ought to start there.
What I wouldn't give for a big bowl of purple. Got something that needs doing, Commander? How personal are we talking? Well, like I said, we were both in the same unit. Me as a combat medic, him as a machine gunner. Everyone in my unit was from Tau Ceti, so we already had that in common. And we served on the front lines, which made us look out for one another that much more. See, most of us were laborers, and we just got our first real shot at something greater. We wanted to make a name for ourselves, and what better way to do that than become a hero? Our onboarders promised that if we demonstrated exceptionalism, showed initiative, that we'd get promoted quick. And our days of living in squalor would be far behind us. Of course. If I did my part, proved my worthiness, it paid dividends. Though, none of that holds true if your graft fails and takes you out of service altogether. Reckon Ortiz would have gotten grafted too, had he not missed the cutoff. I'm glad he did. He always thought himself the exception, but this kind of failure is beyond our control. Learned that the hard way. Anyhow, I hope for his sake he stays out of trouble, finds another way to prove himself. Maybe get out when he does, with as many bits as he can carry. We spent a week crouched in the same foxhole under aerial bombardment. Shared water one sip at a time by the end of it. Anyone would have been friends after that. I don't know if I would have made it out alive without him. Maybe I'll tell him that over a beer one day. Praise him in front of the whole saloon. Law knows he's got a thing for heroics. Better than I'd feared. Only had to bury 2 troopers and amputate 5 limbs. I'm thankful every day that the Protectorate can't aim for shit. He kept me clear-headed. Every so often there'd be a lull in the bombardments and I'd hear voices all across the field, calling out for aid, for mama, for death. Almost got my head clean taken off when I tried to scramble out of the foxhole the first night. I heard a call for help and moved on instinct. Damn foolish of me, really. Ortiz told me not to panic, to wait till he could provide cover, to just shout first aid instructions where I could. It was too valuable to fall in battle, he said. It was a rough few nights at first, knowing I couldn't help folk who needed it. And the reward for that torment was my life. I appreciate that, Commander. In any case, I'm only standing here because of a damn fine soldier who became my friend. I'll carry that knowledge always. Fine by me. Not great.
God, does her conversation tree ever end?
Didn't have much, but my parents worked hard to ensure we had shelter and a warm meal every day. They're good folk. I love them. But I don't think they ever quite grasped how bad things were before Auntie's Choice came. They warned me not to join up, you know. Said we'd all get burned if we put too much stock in the promises of this foreign corporation. But I'd rather take a risk on them than be resigned to how things were. Our colony was isolated, which meant our Spacer's Choice overlords could do as they saw fit.
No, I talked to her
Everyone
for a
within
solid
squad
5 minutes after the
saved
crab
us.
fight, too.
We were little more than workhorses. Those of us at the bottom only found joy with our families, our friends. But love alone can't get you through the toughest, darkest winters. I miss the sunsets and my folks, though I know they're well taken care of nowadays. But that's about it. Most of my friends joined up when I did, so we took our community with us. Leaving my hometown itself, it was an eager farewell.
She's
There is
definitely
one
got a lot to
person I
say.
keep thinking of, the grandpa who lived next door, Vincent.
I miss
He used to draw
Parvati.
posters and ads for Spacer's Choice. He had style. Of course, that didn't last. Age caught up and his hands started failing him. Couldn't draw, couldn't lift heavy objects, could hardly walk without exerting himself. In Tau Ceti, if you couldn't work, you didn't get ration cards. We shared what we could with him, of course, but what we got already wasn't much. We didn't know that at the time. It's just how life was. Last day I saw him, he refused the half-salt tuna can I tried to give him. Said it was him lending me his strength. He was gone the next day. We searched all over, then realized he must have wandered off into the wilderness, not wanting to be a burden. We never found him. Can't hardly open a tin without thinking about him now. So if you're wondering why I still hold a candle for Auntie's Choice, after everything, it's because I know had Auntie arrived just 4 months earlier, Vincent might still be alive. It's been years now since I talked about it. He was a good man. He deserved better. So did the rest of us. Anyhow, ain't meaning to talk your ear off. Fine by me. Auntie's Choice and the Protectorate. Got something that needs doing, Commander?
Red trim and rounded windows, huh?
Choice when you could choose Auntie's Choice.
Vries sure has some cheek putting the Earth Directorate symbol on her wall after everything she's done.
Well, that looks painful.
My cover story has worked. I am safely ensconced at the Vox station, assigned to the lowly Information Input and Retrieval Department. Seems a colony so certain of its absolute control over its subjects can be less than rigorous when it comes to security. I was able to easily widen out a space behind the walls of the main control room to establish my safe room, giving me unfettered access to the communication transfer conduits. I have hacked into their system downstream from the security protocols, so I am able to infiltrate their entire system with them being none the wiser. While I have little doubt as to the success of our mission, trepidation still gnaws at me. Though I cannot say why. Perhaps it is simply the normal mission commencement jitters. I thought my duties complete. Information gathered, reports filed, preparations made. I'd even created a fictitious identity and work transfer to Horizon Point Station well ahead of schedule, in order to keep anyone from tracking my movements upon commencing the mission. All that was left was the waiting. Or so I thought. Then, troubling information came to light. I've seen the numbers. I've seen the equations. While I don't understand all of it, I understand enough to know it is the truth. And I am the only one in a position to act upon it. Though it means the betrayal of my team and the duty I swore to uphold. But can I? I did it. They are all dead. And I am still alive. I had not expected this. I had prepared no alibi, and so felt assured my ruse would be discovered and I'd not have to carry this burden. But the complete gullibility of the Protectorate subjects cannot be underestimated, it seems. My threadbare excuse of my grievous wounds as pitchball injuries was accepted without question. I can only keep telling myself it had to be done. Something which becomes harder by the day as the rift anomaly grows in the sky. But it was all part of the plan. Wasn't it?
I can't believe this. Void me if I understand any of this. DeVries sold us out for what? Because of a few equations? Some dots and lines on a graph? Good fucking law. I mean, she wasn't a damn scientician. She said it herself. She didn't understand all of it, the math. So what was she thinking?
I love the dumb response. I'm hearing is that math did this. I always knew math was evil.
When it results in a bunch of innocent folk getting maimed or murdered? Yeah, I call that pretty squarely evil. How can you be so even-tempered about this? I know you didn't know her like I did. Like I thought I did, but she betrayed us. She killed our friends, Commander. Damn it! I never wanted to talk about this. I wanted to just leave it alone. Told myself, no point in dredging up the past. Should have known it wouldn't rest. DeVries may have saved me on Triangulum, but I wasn't the only one looked up to her. Lots of the other recruits talked about her too, back at the academy.
Just a second, guys.
We all thought she was the pinnacle of what an agent should be. Tough, smart, ain't a job she couldn't get done. And better and faster than everyone else. Inspired all of us. Reckon so. Some might embarrassing how much worship we all put on her name. You put a tool in my hand, I would have built monuments to her. Figured my own career could be just that. Doing for others what she done for me. Never imagined I'd actually get to work with her. Me, some nobody from Triangulum. And then she betrayed us. Tried telling myself it was an accident, but now we've got the cold, hard proof it wasn't. Law only knows why she trusted the Order's numbers. Ain't cynical if it turns out true. DeVries was willing to sacrifice us. I have to know what for. I mean, she always struck me as so pragmatic. Real sensible-like. Never figured she'd go all in on predictions from a bunch of monks. Sure, but why act alone instead of reporting her concerns to the brass? What made her believe the Earth Directorate would dismiss the threat? I don't take issue with folks clinging to whatever keeps them afloat. Math, science, the Grand Architect, Void, even Capital. I know how most colonies run, but when those beliefs start to require hurting others, even killing them, that's worth questioning their virtue. If only DeVries had shared in our good judgment, huh? Whatever her plans, she started putting them in place while stationed undercover at the Vox Relay. Our next point of order ought to be getting in there.
All right, guys, I'm going to take a break real quick, and we'll be back to continue. All right. Let's get this back on track. So, kind of want to see about this one first. So it's just down there. Oh. What? Ooh. Huh. What? No, I'm not taking the flawed flaw.
Prisoner 34989-393A. There is no place for you in the payroll. You are hereby sentenced to death for the crimes of desertion and opposing the lawful authority of the Protectorate.
What's that?
Can't just shoot in the thin air.
Where'd this guy go? Hmm. Oh well. That was interesting.
Armed and ready.
Damn. Okay. Oh, none of y'all are looted. I'm gonna swap these around. Sneaky, sneaky, Dimebot.
Halt! Don't come any closer. Oh, you're not Protectorate. Think the Sovereign.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when.
Sucks to be that guy.
Let this log serve as a record of the fact that Sentry's first-class Briggs and Jakes are both still loyal to the Protectorate and the Sovereign, despite their acts of desertion. The mental state of Brigadier Montelli has been rapidly degrading over the past few months, and the Vox relay station is no longer safe for even the most loyal subjects.
Armed and
Initially,
ready.
we assumed he was simply being overly cautious by increasing base security beyond the standards required by regulations. Unnecessary, but random this quickly evolved into lashing out, seemingly random. Finally, he started purging the traitors. As any infraction, real or imagined, is now seen as an act of treason and deemed grounds for immediate execution. We could no longer live under the abuse of the paradigm. This may make us traitors in the eyes of our superiors. But we will return to be judged when sanity has returned to the Vox relay station.
I've got nothing to eat. No. No, sir. No. No.
can't get that Andy's anyway.
Need something, Commander? Sure. Always happy to tool around for a bit. What did you have in mind?
Ah, okay. Now that I can see what the hell I'm doing. Okay.
Hear that? It's challenging.
Get up.
Raptidons are ever malleable. Eden doesn't want them around and they don't belong here. But they sure carved out a place for themselves. I can respect that. Respect that.
Look alive, Commander. Time to earn my commission.
All right, where'd that one go? I like having the high ground. I don't necessarily want to... Okay.
Keep howling. We're coming for you.
Help me out!
Both of you get up.
Knew you had my back.
Let me handle this.
Yep. Matriarch's here, all right. Let's put our heads together. See these half-eaten remains? They're a sign. Matriarchs lose their appetite when they're on the verge of going into a state of torpor.
And you know this
She'll
how?
retreated into hiding to conserve her energy. But I got one way to get her attention. You know how Doc mentioned pheromones? Well, just so happened that I procured some Raptidon glandular extract in my travels.
But why, though?
Should do the trick. A matriarch with 3 full stomachs ain't coming out of hibernation unless she senses a threat to her authority. She hates rivals. All right, let's do this.
Looks like a fight.
You cook slow, Commander.
Come on now. All right. So we need to definitely make sure we take down the ads.
Ready to waste them on your command. Get a few corpse loads.
Back in business.
Let me know when you needed a stretch.
Yep. Matriarch's here, all right. Let's put our heads together. See these half-eaten remains? She'll have retreated into hiding to conserve her energy. You know, a matriarch with 3 full stomachs ain't all right.
Looks like a fight.
Insides are leaking outside, Commander. Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when.
Yep. Matriarch's here, all right. Let's put our heads together. See these half-eaten remains? She'll have retreated into hiding to conserve her energy. You know how a matriarch with 3 full stomachs ain't coming out of hibernation. All right.
Time to earn my commission.
What? Come on now.
Guns cocked in.
Yep. Matriarch's here, all right. Let's heads together. See these half-eaten remains? She'll have retreated into hiding. A matriarch with 3 full stomachs. All right. Looks like a fight.
I can't with this. This is starting to piss me off, which means it's time to let it go for the day. I will see you guys tomorrow, and we will kill that thing.